Hello everybody, Lucas Haneman here, and welcome to this week's episode of Guitar Tone Tuesday. On today's episode, I wanted to talk about acoustic guitar body shapes, specifically the OM and the Grand Auditorium. The OM and the Grand Auditorium are two body shapes which I find, for many years at least, were overlooked. Everyone wanted dreadnoughts, everyone wanted a big guitar, but as acoustic guitar amplification has gotten better, and as people have gotten into the idea of more intimate sounding instruments for recording purposes, and how sometimes they can fit better in a mix, it's something to think about, particularly if you're someone who maybe has a dreadnought already and you're looking to expand your collection and get some different sounds. What I'm holding right here is an OM. This is my Eastman E6 OM. So the OM body shape is extremely comfortable. I think these are one of the most popular body shapes of acoustic guitar right now. And the reason why is because the lower bout is only 15 inches across. It has a nice tight waist, and it's kind of this beautiful kind of peanut shape, I guess I'd call it. You know, I'm about 5'9", 5'10", and it fits me like a glove. This guitar, you know, you can do anything on it. I can strum it hard, as you heard in the intro. I could hit it more gently and do something kind of jazzy. Great for that. It's very well balanced, right? But it's also great for, you know, just playing big chords. Sounds thick, right? Thick and full. You know, if I wanted to sing something and play along, this is a great guitar for that. I took a picture of a picture, just a snapshot of memory caught in time. Well, you've been feeling broken. Love's been on my mind. I met you at the crossroads. I met you at the ring. just a memory. The lights began to shine, so bright looked the future. So we looked ahead and we sang this song. We started to dance 'cause we felt the spark. We found our way walking through the dark. Nothing to lose and nothing had been lost. All this to say, I love you till my dying day. So you can hear it really keeps up well with my voice. It's big and rich when I want it to be, and it can be very subtle and very nuanced when I want it to be as well. So very versatile guitar. I'd say one of the most versatile acoustic guitars. I used to think that all there was Dreadnaughts, and that was it. But in the last few years, my eyes have been opened. So, by the way, this one is mahogany back and sides and a solid Sitka spruce top. Wonderful, wonderful guitar by Eastman. The other guitar that we're going to feature, coincidentally, is also an Eastman. And we've featured this one recently on the show, actually, much more recently. This is the Eastman Grand Auditorium body shape. So a little bit bigger, ever so slightly bigger. Doesn't feel that different other than the fact that this one actually has a long scale neck, 25.4, whereas the Eastman's OMs have a 24.9 short scale neck. But otherwise, give me 2 seconds with this guitar and it's going to feel like home, This is actually the lower range for Eastman. This one has the laminated back and sides, so you're going to hear it doesn't have quite as much bass response, but usually a Grand Auditorium would have more bass response than the OM. But still a big and rich full sound, right, on this guitar. I'll just play some of the same kind of stuff that I played on the OM on this one so you can hear. Starting with the jazzy thing. So because of the long scale neck, it makes me want to hit it a bit harder. And this is the PCH1 GACE, so it's got a solid Sitka spruce top, just like the other guitar, but this one has laminated sapele back and sides instead of full-on solid mahogany back and sides like the other guitar. Otherwise, it's kind of similar in some ways, Feels very different because of the long neck. This one also has a very skinny neck, from front to back, as opposed to the quite large C shape on the other neck. So they make me want to play different things, right? But if I go to the song with lyrics, you can hear how this could be a great accompaniment instrument too for your voice. I took a picture of a picture, just a snapshot, a memory caught in time. When you've been feeling broken, love's been on my mind. And crossroads. Met you at the rickety old line. Happiness was just a memory, but lights began to shine. So bright, look the future. We looked ahead and we sang this song. We started to dance 'cause we found the spark. We found our way, went walking through the dark. Nothing to lose and nothing had been lost. All this to say, I love you till my dying day. Right? It's a great accompaniment instrument. And the whole purpose of this video is really just to say, if you're looking for a guitar that's a little bit more comfortable to hold, especially while seated, seated on a chair or on a couch, the OM and the Grand Auditorium are not to be overlooked. To me, the OM is just that little bit more comfortable when sitting down, just a tiny bit, but this thing ain't no slouch, that's for sure. This guitar, with the Grand Auditorium, you can fill a room like almost like how you fill a room, with sound when you play a Dreadnaught, And I don't dislike Dreadnaughts at all. I really do like them, but for sitting down and just something about having a curvier body, it's really, really, really nice. And the interesting thing too is that this body shape, the Grand Auditorium, was popularized sometime in the mid-'90s by Bob Taylor. He's the guy who kind of started this body shape. And now a lot of people are doing their own versions of Grand Auditoriums. A lot of the luthiers. I suppose that maybe it even started before that with the modified Dreadnaught by Irvin Shomugi, back in the 1970s. He took a Dreadnaught and kind of curved it up a little bit. Different shape slightly than this, but, maybe that's where it started. Maybe it all goes back to the OM, right? The OM has been around, since the 1920s, I believe. They've been around for a long time. And for many, many years, the OM was out of the Martin catalog. You couldn't get one, just maybe a special edition once in a while. But man, since the 90s, since Clapton did that Unplugged thing, everyone wants OMs, and for good reason, because they're extremely versatile guitars as well. So I hope this might have opened up your eyes a little bit to the world of non-Dreadnaught guitars, and these, I would call these fairly large body guitars still, not tiny guitars. We're not talking parlor guitars or double O guitars or things like that here. We're talking what I would consider full-sized, guitars that you can literally play anything on. So let me know what body shape you like playing if you're an acoustic player, and if you've ever ventured down the OM route or, the Grand Auditorium thing like this guitar. Until next time, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and we will see everybody again next Tuesday. Bye-bye.